Make sure with the light. I need some light. Put the still up.
Friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you. Friend.
Ooh, boy, I tell you, that was a lot to deal. I got kind of like misty-eyed. My name is Arnold Pennings, and I am the spook that's set by the sitcom door, as they say. I had the privilege of working on the Cosby Show as an intern writer. Matter of fact, on September 20th, 1984, the Cosby Show premiered at NBC. And I just happened to be in Studio 8H when Reverend Jesse Jackson was also running for president at that time. And so he discovered me from North Carolina A&T State University and brought me and a comedian by the name of Dwight Smith to New York City. It was a very special time. And as I remember, to let you know, there little Keisha was there, and Malcolm Jamal Warner was there, and the one that the sensation. What's the daughter? Denise. What's her name? I can't forget her name. Lisa Bonet, right? And they were all there. And as I remember seeing them, I was very excited, but I was also excited because of the fact that Jesse was hosting SNL. But this is before Barack Obama. Before Barack Obama's nomination and presidency, Jesse had created a speech that put the world on. That was a sensation, and so he was invited to host SNL. And that's how I got my break, because I wrote all his material. And I was also in the historic scene when Jesse was complaining about there are no Black people on the set of the SNL. Now, during that time, we was trying to get inclusion. And so what the sketch was that Jesse was complaining about no Black people working on a Saturday Night Live show. And when all the white people would run out of the control room, and I and a group of other actors would run in and act like we were running the show. And actually that sketch made the 50th anniversary of 50th anniversary, and it also made the 20th anniversary of SNL. So be that as it may, I went on to work as an intern at the Cosby Show, and I became the spook that sat by the sitcom door. And Bill would come up to me, and I was actually one of his stooges, because somehow I would find myself sitting beside his wife Camille. Felicia Rashad was from the Negro Ensemble Company, which I became a member at the same time. And when I was at A&T State University, I kept writing the Negro Ensemble Company saying, I'm going to come to New York, I'm going to join the NEC. And they said, okay, Arnold, stop writing. When you get here, we're gonna put you in the company. So I'll never forget, I was in the Studio 8H. It's called Studio 8H. And Studio 8H, and I called the Negro Ensemble Company. I said, hi, this is Arnold. I said, hey, Arnold. I said, listen, I'm on Saturday Night Live, and I'm in New York. And they said, oh no, Arnold's in New York. And that's how I got my break. And so the show was a big hit with Jesse, and all the Cosby kids were there. But the most thing I remember, when Jay Sandridge, who was the director of the Cosby Show, he directed I Love Lucy. I'm dating myself. I'm a baby boomer. And I Love Lucy was a big show at that time. And so Bill hired Jay Sandridge to direct the show, The Cosby Show. But Bill was very, very clear about training other Black actors. Now, nobody knew Black actors, and also Black technical people. But no one knew it was going to be The Cosby Show, this big, big show. Everybody knew. So I was like studying, because I knew one day I was going to be able to do this. Who knew that this was going to happen here many years later here at the BAF Solutions Network, where this Zoom network is definitely about solutions. We don't just talk about it, we are about it. Okay, sponsored by Envision You, which is the health and wealth company. And so we're excited about that. So definitely get your old wild coffee and your live juices, because that way we're going to give you the juice. Okay. So now, as one thing I do remember with Bill and all the people was that he was able to change the pulse of America, because we saw a Black family living life. Now, I love Good Times. Don't get me wrong. I love Good Times, and I love JJ. That's my generation that said Dynamite, Kid Dynamite, and Walona and little Janet Jackson. But there's many colors in the Black community. And so we got a chance to see a different flavor with the Cosby Show. And of course, Felicia Rashad, I love her dearly. She was a member of the Negro Ensemble Company, and she embraced me and welcomed me into the fold. And I never forget when I tapped her on the shoulder, I said, I'm from the Negro Ensemble Company. And she just grabbed me and hugged me like this real tight. And then I knew I was home. So and all the way from North Carolina. So with that being said, I went on, and as history would find it, I worked on the show, and I became a number runner. Okay. Now, through working with the Negro Ensemble Company, I started working with the Apollo Theater Foundation, and I created Children's Amateur Day at the Apollo. Now, some of you may remember Apollo Kids, from that show, where it was Children's Amateur Day at the Apollo, where I was working there, and Ben and Jerry sponsored, and that's a little plug for them. And we created Children's Amateur Day at the Apollo, and I became known for doing that. Also, I created the Black Sitcom Institute, and I would bring kids and with anger management issues to the Cosby Show, and Bill and the stage manager at the time would allow me to bring a group of teenagers who had anger management issues, and that is called the Black Sitcom Institute. So I am truly the spook that sat by the sitcom door, okay? And then, of course, I realized that I'm a country guy. I was a country boy. So I realized that I was different from most people, because I believed in integrity and honesty. And I knew this was a cutthroat business called the entertainment industry. So I became a numerologist and a life coach to many celebrities, which I will not name because I don't like name dropping, but believe me, I have a whole Rolodex full of celebrity clients that contact me and take care of whatever my needs are to be able to do this for the people, for the public, like I'm doing for you now. And it was called Numerology Tuesdays. And actually, it's so strange that today is Tuesday, and we have Takeover Tuesdays and tribute to Malcolm Jamal Warner. But I got my break as a life coach numerologist at Kiss FM on the Jeff Fox Morning Show, and take up Numerology Tuesdays, A. Gregory Harris. So my name is Arnold Penix, but they made sure that I had to change my name to A. Gregory Harris because he felt like that sounded better. So people would call in and I would give the numbers. So what are the numbers? So just a quick crash course in numerology. It's 1 to 9. 1 is ruled by the sun, 2 is ruled by the moon. So those are I'll start each time. I won't give all of it, but the sun is the number 1. And the moon is the number 2. The sun is masculine, the 2 is feminine, all right? And that means we'll start with that. But it goes up to the number 9, all right? Today is a 5-day. Today is the 23rd. 2 and 3 is 5. So it always, even though it's 1 through 9, the doubles add up to the single whole number. So you round it off to the single whole number, okay? So if you're born on whatever day you're born on, say if you're born on the 26th, the 2 and 6 is what? 8. Which is ruled by the planet Saturn, which is Capricorn. And that's a money number, Barry. So with me, sure, if you meet someone, trying to get someone who's born on the 26th, the 8th, or the 17th, now they have karmic issues, so they have to be righteous. If you're born, number add up to the number 8, you have to be righteous. Today is the 23rd, which is a 5-day. 2 and 3 is 5, okay? So what we want to do is make sure 5 people take risk. 5 people are communicators, which is ruled by the planet Mercury, okay? So they take risks, they're always moving. It also is the influence of the sign, astrological sign of Gemini. So definitely, so 5 people are adaptable in all situations. We have a 5 poets, slam poet is coming up, which is Quaylen Baba, which I can do his intro later. And he's going to be doing the Spread the Love campaign. I think he's a perfect candidate to do that because that means he'll spread love to everyone, and no matter what their race or color or gender. And that's what 5 people do. 5 people are like the wonderful. And actually, my late mother, Willa Maylee Penix, was born March 5th. So I definitely know how, as a kid, I'm going to tell y'all, as a kid, I was so jealous because my mom was a mom to everybody's kids, okay? And I was like, that's my mama, that's my mama. But my mother was like, gave scholarships to all the kids in North Carolina, and she was known for that. So just letting you know that today is so it's Numerology Tuesdays, but at the same time, it's a tribute to Malcolm Jamal Warner. And Malcolm Jamal Warner spoke not only as an actor, but he was the archetype for the teenage boy during that time. And Mr. Cosby brought that out. And as I look at him, he had the little nose like Bill and everything. I said, okay, so he did kind of favor Bill in a little bit, but I never could say this. When Bill would come up to me and say, he said, he'd see me taking notes. And he said, what are you doing? 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 I said, I'm studying you, Mr. Cosby, because one day I'm going to be able to do what you do and provide opportunities and employment for other Black performers and technicians. And look at us now. Look at me now doing that right here at the BAF Solutions Network. So I'm excited about it. So I guess, and we're one stop from Tyler Perry Studios. So look who's in the neighborhood now, Tyler, who's born on the 13th. He just had a birthday, September 13th. And Tyler is a 4. That's the reason why he's the way he is. But 4 people have to be righteous, as we see what's happening with Tyler because of the 1 and 3, which answer the number 4. All 4 people have to be in law and order. They have to be righteous, because if they don't, lawsuits and all types of people are going to come at them. So that's why 4 people have to be beyond reproach, because if they're not, guess what? Look what happens. P. Diddy is another one. He's born November 4th. Okay, Beyonce is another one. She's born September 4th. Jay-Z is another one. He's born December 13th. 1 and 3 is 4. Okay, and the list goes on and on as far as the people who vibrate the number 4. And all it is like a phone number. Do, 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 boop, 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 boop. It's like, so each number represents a certain vibration. Okay, as I said before, I'm born 7/11. I'm what you call a master number 11. So that means I have lived all my lifetimes, and I am here to bring vision and bring ideas to the world. And what a great idea the Cosby Show was. So we're going to take our opportunity to see Theo in action and watch him do one of my favorite scenes. And I was actually there, I was in the studio soaking it up, just like the spook the set by the sitcom door, y'all. That's real. So let's take some time to reminisce and remember this wonderful television show and the opportunity that it gave a lot of actors. And so let's roll them. And, you know, building not like chemicals in the hair too. So that's another thing we can talk about. But after that, we're going to have our first slam poet come up and do his thing. So after this scene, get ready to pay tribute and slam jam here on Takeover Tuesdays right here at the Net Solutions Network, BAF. Enjoy.
Free satisfaction? You've got the freedom to do things your way. Get $20 off 5 cans of Zin when you take the Zin 10 challenge.
Is that the scene? Okay, we got some more.
Where's it?
Yes.
Hold on. Okay, come in. Hey, what's happening, Dad?
Well, never gonna clean it up. No matter how busy it gets, you're never gonna clean it up. Son?
Yeah, Dad.
There's no music coming through the headset. You still bopping to what's left in your brain? No. Take the headset off, please.
Now?
Is there any reason why you shouldn't take them off now?
No.
Okay. Guys sure can get up, can't they?
Yeah. Denise told you, right?
Told me what?
About this.
Is that a decal?
No.
Have you been tagged by the Wildlife Society?
It's an earring, Dad. There's a hole through my ear, and Denise says it might be infected.
Well, she's right. It is infected. Come on.
What are you gonna do to me?
I am going to fix your ear.
Then what?
You expecting some sort of punishment?
Shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, it'll go on and on and on and on. And like I said, you see how this is a classic and it just gave humanity to people of color. We were not just outrageous people, but we were human beings with class and dignity, and that's what it's about. So as we know, Malcolm went on to become a Grammy award-winning poet, okay? He wrote poetry and he became a Grammy award-winning poet. And now we're going to take this time to showcase our up and coming poets here at the Kemet Club. So please, please, please welcome this segment of our program in which we will have our spoken word artists appear on Zoom, and they can appear through the chat, and they can appear live here at the studio. So our first in-house studio poet is by the name, his name is Jamarcus, and Jamarcus is gonna share us.
KS.
Oh, he's gonna introduce himself. He's gonna come on up, and then like I said, I call him. He got a different hook name. Okay, so he gonna say his name. Say your name. Say your name. Give it up. Snap, snap, snap for
KS.
KS.
King Sineage.
King Sineage.
And that's a play on my last name, which is Gaines. So I put it backwards. Sineage. Yeah.
I love it.
I actually really don't know which one I want to read.
You got two? Read two.
I got four, really.
Okay, we got two for you.
I just want to see which one I want to do.
Okay. You can start with one and then another one will come to you.
I'm going to read this one. I call it My Thoughts Align. My thoughts align in my brain when I speak. The words from my heart are guaranteed to make your brain drift. Shifting gears, I lose sight of the world around me. Thinking on the past and all it taught me. Moving forward, it's time to stand tall. 10 toes down, I got my back against the wall. That is my back against you and all the things I went through. Why must I hold on to pain and suffering? I just got to make it through. They say you can be free, but what's free when you still feel trapped in a shell? Break out, I say. Choose a different way. No more living in hell. Surround yourself around people that want to see you excel. Go far, be great. Let them wonder, but don't you tell. Just know I'm breaking out of this shell.
Snap, 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 snap. Give us another one, Jamarcus. So we snap here. We snap, snap, snap.
They can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh.
You own live.
All right. This really two-part. It was one poem, but I split it in two. So life is about choices and the cards we have to play. So play your cards right, no matter what they say. The difference between right and wrong is that they don't get along. To be right is to be beneficial to all. To be wrong will only please a few. Just live your life, just be you. Right or wrong, always remain true. To each his own, there is never one point of view. Like the picture, is it half full or half empty? I'm just trying to get you to see the bigger picture. Your life, just like the picture, no handouts. Be a go-getter. Stop waiting with your hands out, thinking it's going to be handed to you. No, it won't be easy, but persist and see the greatness that lives within you. You can win. This is not the end.
Snap, 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 snap. Okay, have a seat, have a seat. Okay, now, one thing about the show here, everybody, is that we're not only just going to be dealing with people doing their slam poetry, we want to find out how they came to write and what thought process was going on in their head when they came up with these pieces, okay? So it's not just come in and slam poet and then get out. We want to know how did you come, the first poem, how did you come to write that? What was on your mind? What were you going through during that time?
To be honest, I found ways to.
That's the crazy, the poem cam.
I learned how to release. I learned that writing was my release. When I realized I could write and people would hear what I would write, it's like, you should keep writing, because I didn't always talk to people growing up. So I had to figure out another way other than, I'm gonna be honest, drugs. I had to find another way to a healthy release. And
so this could be, so the poetry is like your alter ego. Would you say that? Sort of like another side of you that people couldn't see?
I would say if I was talking to you, then that would be what I would speak to you.
That's how you would communicate. Okay. So and the second poem, tell us about that, how you came to that was quite interesting as well.
I want to say the same. It's about the
same thing. So your technique is that you think about what you want to say and you use this medium to communicate.
This is where I release it. This is where I can communicate, like to actually tell somebody about my pain, like just straight up talk about what I'm going through. I feel like if somebody heard it, they're gonna judge. I've seen it a lot. They judge where you come from. They judge if you tell them you've been through this or that, they're like, what, you? And then they look at you different. So I put it in a poem. I ain't gonna give you all the details, but that's my way of expressing without, I guess, I wouldn't say incriminalizing myself, because the world does that to you. You share something, they're gonna you basically incriminalize by what I went through it. I didn't choose to go through it. I had to go through it.
But this is a way to save yourself. That's how you keep yourself from going crazy and keep yourself sane.
Yeah.
So basically, you would say poetry is a form of healing.
It is. And then I'm able to release, because I wrote this in like 2016, 2017. I never really let somebody hear this. This is old stuff, and I'm still writing to this day. This is actually part of a book that I'm working on.
Okay.
I never finished it. I'm still working on it.
But now you're going to finish it, because we got to all get his book, aren't we, everybody? We're going to get his book. Snap, 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 snap.
Appreciate it.
You're a wonderful poet. You're very talented. And I feel your feeling, and I empathize with you. And I'm sure everyone listening will believe the same thing. So welcome to the team. Welcome to Being Theo. We all are Being Theo. And why did I call the show Being Theo? I call the show Being Theo is because what Malcolm had to go through after being on the Cosby Show, he went through a lot of pain, and because with nothing, how can you top that? How can you top a show that was revered by millions all over the world? So he had to go through some periods, and like I said before, his mother said that on an interview recently that it was his time, and I say it through numerology because he was born on August 18th, which is a 9. 1 and 8 is 9, and this is 2025. And which adds up to the number 9. So it was his time numerically. And like I said, his mother said a Riptide, the other guy was out there and he was able to swim, but Malcolm wasn't able to swim. So as long as Pam, his mother, has peace with this, then I'm okay. I'm okay. Because other people are creating all these conspiracy theories and all this and that. But basically, through my standpoint, through the numbers, it was his time. August 18th, which 1 and 8 is 9, 2025 adds up to the number 9. So it's a 9-year, everybody. And I tell you that what you have to do is don't let people take you there this year. Don't let people take you there. Just try to stay calm. Don't react. Don't react to anything, because this is a 9-year and it's affecting the vibration of Mars, which is the warrior planet. Aries, you know what I'm talking about. You know how Aries be jumping off, okay? And then impulsive, the fire, the warrior. So keep it under wraps. I've lost it a couple times this year myself, and I'm the one telling y'all not to do. So I know from which I speak, okay? Don't come at me the wrong way. But I'm letting you know this is affecting all of us. Thank you, Jamarcus. Stay right there. And we're going to go right into our next slam poet. And we have Quaylen Bobbitt. Now, Quaylen Bobbitt is the solution here on the BAF Solutions Network. Quaylen is going to be doing the Spread the Love campaign, which I started in New York City 2 years ago. And what we want to do is spread love. And Quaylen, before you go into your poetry, tell us about the Black Men's Lab, okay? The Black Men's Lab that's on, and the topic last night at the Black Men's Lab is on Monday evenings. And the topic was about relationships and love. Give us a little take on that as you go into your poetry, because he's going to be doing love poems, y'all. Okay.
Absolutely. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome. So again, my name is Quaylen Bobbitt. I am a poet, activist, and entrepreneur from Lithonia, Georgia. And yes, the Black Man Lab is a safe, sacred, and healing space for Black men of all ages. We have conversations each week that alternate in personal and professional development. And yesterday, what Brother Arnold was referring to was one of our personal development days. And we were talking about Black men discussing how to navigate through love relationships. And with love, we know that a lot of times it might just be centered around you and a significant other, but love looks like, between your coworkers and your family members. And we know that those are other kinds of relationships that need to be navigated as well, especially through love. We even started it off talking about self-love, because we know that was the one that's most important, because once you can love yourself, now you know what it looks like and how to share that. And it was just awesome to be able to hear some of the perspectives from some of the people who are married for 33 years, and then also hear from a couple of 16-year-olds and their perspective and viewpoint on love. And just to be able to see that in the same room, be able to share that dialogue, it was absolutely incredible. I was able to share because from my personal experience, I'm a lover boy since birth.
You're five, that's right.
Yeah, since I was young, before I could hit puberty and my voice changed, I'm singing Neo and Usher and all the love songs. By the time I hit puberty, I was like, singing is not gonna like sweep them off their feet, but it's okay because by that time I fell in love with writing, and now I'm putting anonymous love notes in lockers in high school, and they don't know it's me.
Oh,
I'm in their
love
next class.
notes.
Yeah, so that's just some of the things that I did earlier on, and yeah, poetry. Oh, by the way, one last plug for the Black Man Lab. I'm actually wearing the shirt. That's all I
Oh,
want.
there you go.
Yeah,
Look it
so
up,
check
plug
us
it.
out
Black
on
Man's
Instagram,
Lab.
Facebook, YouTube. Definitely a safe, sacred, and healing space for Black men of all
It's
ages.
absolutely wonderful. It was great. I enjoy it, and I'm definitely a part of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. The Black Man's
Every
Lab
Monday
is
we're at the
fire.
YMCA, 6:30 to 8:30, Andrew and Walter Young YMCA over off of Campbellton Road. And then Tuesdays, later on today, we'll be over at Acoma Coffee inside of Privy in Stonecrest. So Monday and Tuesday, safe, sacred, and healing space.
And I recommend, I endorse it. Every Black man who's dealing with healing and want to heal, this is a safe space. It's wonderful. And also we can learn about our Black history, and men can come and be free to be men and free to love each other and care for each other. It's a beautiful thing. Wonderful.
And while you were talking about free, we also have free food that we serve.
Oh yeah,
Vegan
don't
options
mention about
as well.
the food, because you can eat too.
Gotta make sure. So you're getting fed
And the food's
physically,
delicious.
mentally, spiritually. We want to make sure that's a well-rounded experience for you for sure.
It's absolutely that. And so like I said, you prepared 2 love poems for us, correct?
Yes, I have 2 poems for you, and just like brother, it was can you say your
KS.
KS? I could do KS, and then you say it was Gaines backwards, but I don't know how to pronounce that off the top of my head again.
Lineage.
Sineage. Just like him, it's funny he said he did a couple of older poems. I'm looking at it. I dated some of my poems. I'm gonna do one of them.
Yeah, that's what I do the same. I dated and then I put a time with it too.
I don't have a time, and that's something
The poets are vibing. The poets are vibing.
And this is why I like talking to other creatives, because I get to hear the creative process, and it just blows my mind sometimes. Like, you should see people. I can't draw a straight line, so people who create portraits, I'm like, oh, that is just beautiful. But just being around creatives and hearing that, I love that.
So y'all in the Malcolm Jamal Warner cipher, and that's exactly what he was going through as well. And so this is a perfect tribute to him, to see it continue and the legacy of spoken word and male release, as he would say, and coming together to be strong Black men is what it's all about.
Awesome. So I do have these 2 love poems for you. The first one is to one of the greatest Black women that I know, which is my mom. So
of course,
I have that one. And then the second one is to a future Black woman who I wrote it to if I have a daughter. And so I wrote
okay. I love that. That's from mother to wife. I love it. And child. I love it.
So this first poem is called Mama, Guess Who Made It? Mama, guess who made it? Mama, guess who made it? That's right. Mama, I made it out. Mama, I made it through. Mama, I'm tried and true. I do it for you. All those nights you cried and no one knew. Mama, I made it for my bros, so they know they've got a good role model in me. Let me dot my I, cross my T. So when I say mama, guess who made it? You know what I mean? When I'm stressed, I think how you did more with less. Yes, I rewind that line in the back of my mind, reminding myself of what you said. You told us do what you gotta do, so you can do what you wanna do. That was true, we had seen it through, and now mama, guess who made it? I always wondered if you'd still call us that once we were grown and taller than you. Now we've grown taller than you, and I'm realizing we're always gonna be babies to you. And even though you had 2 sons, you really raised a few sons. And anyone wanting to use that mama title, know it came with no confusion. They better watch their mouth. They better show respect. Those grades better not fall south. And y'all gonna help clean this house. Now, anyone agreeing to these terms and conditions, congratulations. You qualify for mama benefits and repercussions. And for anyone who did not read the fine print, know that includes more than just some cussing and fussing. Mama, you were there at our award shows. You were there at our games. You were there first day of school. We're like, Mom, go away. Now, you were not there when we were out and about, which is probably for the best, might I add, but that's fine. You were there praying for our safety and letting us know that we are welcome back at any time. I love and uplift and respect queens today and will for the rest of my life, because for my entire life, I have seen what just one queen can do. So when I say mama, guess who made it? No, your baby couldn't have made it without you. Boom.
Snap, 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 snap. I'm mama's boy. Wait, God knows I was a mama's boy. God knows. I know. I'm a mama bundling my mama. And that's a mammy of a song. But anyway, so how did you come up to, so I know how you came up with what the impact your mother had on you, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And I hadn't initially planned on creating one, but it ended up coming up where Mother's Day was coming up, and one of the artists, an incredible artist. I don't know if, well, you all probably know, you're a little bit older, but there's this group called 112. That was one of the groups also growing up that I was always listening to. You know, I really liked the music. And one of the gentlemen, Q Parker, he had given me the opportunity to perform at a Mother's Day event that he was hosting for a lot of the moms that he knew. And he had given me the opportunity. He was like, hey, we'd love for you to come and perform a piece. It's to all the moms. It's for Mother's Day. And so I was able to sit and create a poem, and it's actually interactive. And so in the midst of the poem, when I say mama, guess who made it? I have all the moms yell out my baby. So it's more of an interactive piece.
I know they loved it. They loved it. They loved it. Mother's Day too. Perfect. So you create based on the event. So you can create.
So a lot of times there's different prompts. Other times it might be because I'm just moved by something, whether it be something political or maybe because, of a love interest. It just varies because as a poet, everything moves us. And when I was growing up, it was hard for me to express how I feel if I'm talking to somebody, but I can't lie to myself if I'm writing it down. So it was easy for me to express how I feel about it.
So it's kind of like journaling on a higher frequency poetry.
Start off with a creative writing class, and then I'm always listening to all the artists that are wordsmiths because I'm a poet, and I'm like, oh, I like how they said that.
Words are spells. Words are spells. And so you're weaving a spell of appreciation and love for your mother. You said you have a second poem, right?
I do.
Okay.
So the second poem is called I Pray. It was written October 20th, 2017.
Okay.
I pray I'm wealthy enough to give my child the world. And if I'm blessed with a baby girl, ooh, y'all, she finna be spoiled right out the womb. Oh, well. I pray I can make her life parallel to a fairy tale. And I pray that every fairy tale I portray gets replayed and remade so Snow White's melanin slayed and Rapunzel had box braids. Goldilocks rocks faux locks and Little Red Riding Hood had on a hoodie, sweats, and mixed match socks. I pray. I pray that my daughter and I are we're always on the same page, and every chapter of her life she will enjoy. But in the present tense, I pray that stacking presidents takes precedence over chasing some boy. Hey. You see, she can have herself a little friend, but I pray that my baby, my beautiful Black Barbie, finally meets her kin. She'll be nervous to bring him to family reunions to meet her kin, and I'll have her warm smile sink in as she walks down the aisle with the man she's been seeking. I pray. I pray that one day I get to say back in my day, because back in my day, the AUC did not have a Chipotle. And I'm kind of glad they did it because I would have been that student late to class with a bag of Chick-fil-A and Chipotle thinking, I don't think these are the C's that get degrees. And Lord, please do not give her the charm her mother has too soon. If you do, give me the strength to tell them no once every blue moon. Lastly, I pray to one day hear her say, Dad, I love you. Ashe, I pray. Amen.
Amen. All right. Snap, 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 snap. let me tell you something. You're going to be starring in the Adventures of Black Man Q, and we're using the archetype for the movie Love Jones for your storyline and plot line here at Garbage Studios Talent Development. And I'm telling you, you are perfectly cast. You are perfectly cast, and you are definitely going to have a daddy's girl one day, okay? And then she's going to love her father because you love women. And listen to this. What we're doing here, we're not doing what the rappers do, calling everybody B's and H's, okay? Mm-hmm. We're dealing something on a higher frequency here at the BAF Solutions Network. And the solution is to uplift our women, to glorify our women, to show that them on the queens that they are, and the little princesses that they are destined to be when they are born. So thank you for that poem. So basically, that came from because you don't have any children right yet, and you're not married. You did have a significant other, and tell me more about what was your impetus to create this piece.
Yes, so I want to give a shout out to this organization. Back when I was at Morehouse, there was an organization called NGAP.
Morehouse, man, that's right.
Yes, sir. And there was this organization called NGAP, Next Great American Poet. And it was just a combination of awesome artists from all the schools in the AUC. So Spelman, Clark Atlanta, Morehouse, all the students that were.
So you saw all the Spelman girls in Morehouse. They think it's an all-male school, but Spelman is right next door.
Mm-hmm. So and Morehouse and Clark Atlanta actually share a campus. So all the schools are right there in that area. And the reason I want to give that shout out to NGAP is because I was relatively shy and reserved all the way up until at least my junior year of high school. So by the time that I got to Morehouse and they had the open mics and things of that nature, I was so scared to perform because I had never shared any of my work that the first open mic that I went to, that I actually had a piece comfortable enough and memorized, I went up there, I took my glasses off before I performed because they didn't know I was blind. They're thinking I'm making eye contact with the crowd, but I was just too scared to make eye contact with anybody because I knew I was going to draw a blank. But after I was able to share the piece and I could see again after I put my glasses back on, people were coming up to me and they were really enjoying the piece and they were thankful. And they gave me the confidence to look people in the eyes when I talk and share. They gave me the confidence to share some more of my pieces and be vulnerable with people because I didn't know if people liked it or not. Like I said, I was either writing it to myself or I'm doing an anonymous love note where I'm not even knowing their response. I'm going to just see if they come to class smiling or something. I'm not going to talk to them or ask them about it. So that was the first time I got a response from people that, oh, I enjoy the art that you create. And so a lot of times they helped give us different prompts when we was in the class. And so I remember one of the times they're like, hey, write a piece to your future child. And I had never even thought about that before. So I was like, and that was actually what gave me the impetus to date this one, because I'm like, look, I wrote about this and I thought about this decades before you was even really thought about for real. So that's how this I Pray piece came.
Well, I tell you, it's wonderful, and any young lady will be happy to get you. I know you just came out of an 8-year relationship and everything, because you're definitely moving into a new direction, and that was going to happen in a 9-year. That was going to happen in 2025. A lot of things that were familiar to you and to anyone listening, it's going to be changing. You're going to be letting a lot of things go so you can open the door for a new, exciting journey that's coming your way. So don't look at it as a loss. It's just another part of your lessons, your life lessons that you're learning. And definitely, if it's meant to be, that relationship will come back around. But right now, you need the freedom to release. As the other poet was saying, this opportunity to release as a spoken word. I welcome you as one of our regulars here at the Takeover Tuesdays, being Theo, and paying tribute to this Grammy Award-winning poet and actor who I had the honor of being the spook to set by the sitcom door at the NBC studios in Brooklyn. So now we're going to see some of his work now. We're going to see Malcolm Jamal Warner do his thing. So we're going to find a piece, and Malcolm definitely needed to get some things off his chest, because after doing Malcolm and Eddie and having Eddie Griffin have a different style of comedy than the Cosby Show, because Bill was very strict about no chemicals in the hair. Actually, I was there when he fired Cockroach, when he came on the set with some chemicals in his hair. It looked like a Jerry curl or something, and everything like that. And next thing you know, he was off the set and they fired him on the spot. So I guess he wanted out of his contract. But of course, as fate would have it, he went on to do Martin, and that's the rest is sitcom history. So he left Cockroach to do Martin, and he's happily married to this day to the same young lady. So we're gonna see Malcolm do his thing, and then we're gonna close out. And I want to thank everybody for being here at the Takeover Tuesdays, Numerology Tuesday with the number runner, the big black man, A. Gregory Harris, all these handles that I have. I'm even Martin Waterhead on Facebook. That's a long story. Are we ready?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I
you got a
wanted to
question?
know. Yeah, I wanted to know if KS could share his like social media or anything. I want to. He
Did you
earned a
share your
follow out
social
me with
media?
that breaking out my cell phone.
To be honest, I can share it, but I don't post my stuff on social media. I'm gonna give you my I call it J words, J_words_power. I don't use it, but I actually do need to get back into it.
When are you out there now, bro? So you
start
out there now.
posting
So we gonna put together the whole kings of poetry.
So
So the kings of comedy. Y'all gonna be traveling like the last poets.
did you
We
get
need to
it?
put that
It's
together.
J_words_of_power. Of_power, yeah.
Words. Underscore.
Got it?
I see J_words.
Underscore. It's like when you on the post, it's like a quote.
I got you. So I ain't found the J. Give me a moment. The power of words one. No, that ain't it. That's We'll find it. You can throw it like in the chat.
We're gonna deal with that. We're gonna keep on going with this.
What's yours?
Yeah. I'm Quaylon, QUALON.
You know, we all getting it. You know, we all getting all y'all information. You know that, right? Okay, good.
That's true. Underscore
Y'all ain't just not talking to yourselves. You're talking to the whole BAF community.
You said Quaylon.
Underscore ISQB.
Instagram.
ISQB. Yeah.
ISQ.
QB, like is QB.
Quaylon Bobbitt.
Yes, sir.
Got you.
All right. Let's see, man. Let's see what Malcolm got and how he gets his message across as we pay tribute to Malcolm Jamal Warner, Grammy award-winning poet and Grammy-nominated actor for The Cosby Show.
This piece is Asante Sana. Abadigani, comrade. What, you still on that freedom shit? Word? Well, yeah, you know me and this poetry, we still be on that weedum shit. That birthing inspirational couplets and breedum shit. That I spit, cat should heed 'em shit. That words can't break my bones, but if you cut me, Holmes, I bleed 'em. Shit. Atonement for the masses of hard asses and heads that tread on civil liberties in the most uncivilized of fashion is said to be dead. Can we afford to be dumb for free? See, that's the question I'm asking as I beg for an ounce of truth amongst the aloof surrounding me. My vices are proof that these demons keep hounding me. Reality keeps pounding me, almost astounding me into this strange hypocrisy. You see, I preach the same hope that I'm losing daily, like my religion. Peep how deep I bear my soul. I stand on the precipice of this crossroads. It's like I want to give my life to the cause, but which one? Ignorance is running so ridiculously rampant, I can't tell if I'm hating or merely debating just for fun. But I do know my heart heaves heavy upon hearing the fluttering hum of the feeble footsteps of fear, stamping out the ferocious flames of our dogged desire and determination to outpace the perilous prophecy our captors have programmed to be our faith, and thus our fate. I know my soul writhes with anxiety aches. Lies no longer need disguise when they start looking like the truth. Like, how do we ignore cries of ill-guided youth spitting dope bars of self-hate over beats that bang harder than strange fruit hangs? Meanwhile, her breasts hang and her booty bangs harder than the gun claps of rival gangs fighting over territory they don't even own. And in magic cities everywhere, she feeds her babies based on her ability to shake what her mama gave her because her pops was too busy breaking in his disappearing act to save her from these mean streets that eat the meek in one swallow. Lies no longer need disguise when the truth is viewed as hollow through the eyes that need it most. We, descendants of stolen legacies, children of ancestors who cannot be broken, birthers and bearers of a culture that has been repeatedly robbed and ransacked to feed the spiritually famine like a black woman's bosom. We who become a pre-existing condition simply because we pre-exist. We who realize we are worthy. We are the guardians. We are the gardeners. We are the soil. We are the toil. We are the protectors of our seeds who need to be protected, who need to see true love and black excellence redirected, not through fame and fortune, but redirected through character and deed. And indeed, it is those who stand on the front line fighting for the minds of our young, black, and gifted. It is you who are an inspiration to me because you are the revolution we do not see on TV. Asante Sana.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, Malcolm Jamal Warner.
This interview, this whole conversation just is a reinforcement to just be intentional about.
So we see what it was all about. And one thing about being a numerologist, I searched the hinterlands where I didn't have to search at all. It came right to me. And the soulmate in numerology to Malcolm Jamal Warner happens to be here in the studio right now. And he's actually a part of the Chemic Club and part of the BFF Solutions Network. Matter of fact, he's the producer. His name is Julian Gordon, and he's King Julian here. And he happens to be the soulmate to Malcolm Jamal Warner, among other soulmates. So if you want your soulmate numbers, I can give you all your soulmate numbers. Just contact me after the broadcast. I'm here at the Chemic Club from 11 to 2 every day. And so I was intrigued to find out that when I did his chart and did his numbers, I found out that King Julian was actually the soulmate to August 18th. Which is the soulmate, which is the birthday of Malcolm Jamal Warner. So we need to know what the encoded messages are in this piece. So I might as well take it to the spirits and see what he has to say. So here we are with Julian. Okay, so what was going on with this piece that you just heard?
Well, the big thing, I mean, I love how he always catches you off guard. I love how I do that a lot too. I like surprising people and I like to be upfront about it, but he also has that swagger and that soul talking about the pressing things that are going on, but he's got a cool way of delivering his message. So that was one of the first few things that I noticed. Also, we're in the Chemic Club. It's right in line with my activism and my revolutionary action because I've been able to study at North Carolina A&T State University as well and actually learned about the sit-ins and, HBCU pride and whatnot, but actually learned about the sit-ins and also all of the issues that have been going on. So I thought, even with that delivery, I thought it was interesting when he switched. I looked up and was like, hey, where did that come from? Because he just started talking about the girl shaking her butt.
Man, you know about girls shaking butts too.
And it just kind of caught us off guard. So I think it was interesting that he has a great delivery, like catching you off guard and like shifting some of that narrative. But I see also his duality where like he's talking about like, oh, Habari Ghani, now that I'm learning what Habari Ghani even means, before it would have gone over my head. But then even from the very beginning, he goes, Habari Ghani, you still on that woke stuff? Like, dang, so it was like, it was like that duality. Like he was either having a conversation. I don't know who the conversation was with. I wonder if the conversation was with a friend, or I wonder if that conversation was with himself. So I was also thinking about that too. Like, was he talking with himself? Like, oh, you're still doing this revolutionary stuff, and you could be over here at the strip club with us hanging out. So I'm not.
And
sure.
you're absolutely right about that, because he's born to hear the dog, just like you're born to hear the dog, which is Libra, and he's trying to balance both energies like the scales. So you're absolutely correct, because that's what you do as well. Right. Since my observation.
Yeah, so it was very interesting. We also listened to some of the poetry last week and the past 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
And he has a lot to do. He has a lot of message about love. And right. He said he didn't even notice that he did poetry. I didn't know that Malcolm Jamal Warner did poetry.
Yeah, he won a Grammy. Yeah, for his poetry album.
Right, music and poetry.
Yeah.
So I'm learning here too, and I think this is a part of his legacy, is continuing to showcase. Not only is he an actor, we know him from the Cosby Show, but he's been speaking up, and that's something that I've been working on as well. And spreading love is important. So we were talking about that. You can catch us at the BAF Solutions Network. You can go ahead and go to the YouTube, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, let us know what it's like, and anything that you got from the video or anything that you want us to talk about, because the last few weeks we've been able to include women, we've been able to include men, and we've been able to actually understand more of that love aspect and talk more about it.
Okay, so that's our time, everybody. So we're going to be back here next Tuesday on Takeover Tuesday, Numerology Tuesday. And what I would like to ask you to do, guys who are listening to this, if you would like to be a part of our broadcast here at the BAF Solutions Network, just hit us up here at our website and let us know. Quaylen, welcome to the team. Okay, and we are here. Welcome. We'd love for you to get a chance to come into the studio and be great as well. But like I said, this is our time, and see you next time. Envision you and be the best you can be. That's my time. Peace.
Nice seeing y'all.
All right.
Peace.
Wait, I'd like to learn more about the soul numbers. We got a comment from.
Okay, next time.
Next time. Okay, next time.
Well, tomorrow he talks a little bit about the numbers.
So see the show next Hump Day News. I gotta hit you with that.
That's next Wednesday?
That's tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow Wednesday. That's right. Okay. Yes, I could do that. I'll try to be on there. Thank you.
1 to 2. Tell everybody. I'm the big black man tomorrow.
Okay.
Telling you not to hump around, so it's gonna be rough.
Okay. Have a good one.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Okay. Bye-bye.